Grand Central Way.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Nicholas Green, and this is Lamont Cox, and we are from the Atlanta chapter of Alpha Phi Sigma from North Carolina Central. And today we will be presenting addressing trafficking, research prevention, and community engagement as part of our Theme of the Year project. So why our chapter chose to engage with this project? As a chapter, we felt it was important to not only study trafficking specifically, but to fully understand it from multiple perspectives. And those perspectives can include, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
All right. From multiple perspectives such as law enforcement, victim advocacy, community impact, things of that nature. So in order to make that possible this year, we organized 3 events. The first event was a event with an SBI agent where he came and he spoke to us as a class and some community members about trafficking investigations, trends, and enforcement challenges. And our second event, we invited a victim advocate who also brought a individual who was a victim of trafficking herself. And that allowed us to hear from her perspective as well as the victim advocate perspective to not only hear firsthand about the realities of exploitation and recovery, but what it's like from the other side of it where they're providing the help and resources. Our third event was we conducted a community outreach event with a White Rock Baptist church, which they came to some of the previous events, and we were able to share information that we had gathered as a community through research projects and resources with the local members. And by bringing all of these elements together, we aim to approach trafficking in a very well-rounded way.
So our chapter's approach. So basically, piggybacking off what Nick said, we address trafficking from multiple different areas. So some of us came together and we chose our topics of interest, and some of them was organ trafficking, child trafficking, forced marriages, forced labor trafficking, and drug trafficking. So each of us with those different trafficking areas, we sat down as a club and we researched together. We started examining, and we was in learning by all the different information we found that just stems away from just human trafficking, but trafficking as a topic altogether.
So our main portion of this Theme of the Year project was obviously the White Rock Baptist Church event. And while we were there, we were able to share our research findings that we did as a group, provide trafficking awareness information, discuss warning signs and prevention strategies, and encourage open dialogue and discussion. And this outreach did allow us to move beyond the classroom and provide direct community impact. And after finishing this project, we received very high remarks on it. We were asked by a couple of the community members at the church to then go and speak to some of the local high schools and different schools in the area to give more on this project, considering we are a unique perspective from the, being younger individuals, so they thought it would be better to talk from that perspective.
And overall, when we think about the impact and professional development, it helped us work on our public speaking, because at these events, we will not just ask people from our university to come out, but we ask people, community partners, like we said, we went to the churches, and they invited their members. So students had the opportunity to engage and talk about their research. And it's definitely important as we move forward to master level programs and get into that research. You need to learn how to gain your confidence. That community collaboration, knowing that there's different angles to address issues and have like church perspectives, leaders perspective, political partners, ethical leadership and responsibility. And we just continue to work together to forge those relationships and hold each other accountable for the issues of trafficking.
So in conclusion, addressing trafficking was a thing that required much more than just being aware of it. It requires action. And through our efforts, through research, prevention efforts, and direct community engagement, our chapter worked to contribute to the broader fight against trafficking. We are proud to submit this as our Theme of the Year community service project. Thank you.
Thank you very much, North Carolina Central University, UMES, University of Maryland Eastern Shore. Please take the stage.
name is Dante Washington.
Ariel Lara.
Samantha Lynch.
Malachi Robinson.
And I'm Sydney Book. And this is our theme of the year presentation.
According to the Department of Justice, human trafficking is a crime that involves the use of force or fraud to obtain some type of labor or sex act. Drug trafficking is the process in which people distribute illegal drugs throughout the country.
About 18% of students said they personally experienced trafficking or sexual exploitation while in college. The University of Maryland Schuller helps prevent human sex trafficking on and around campus through programs like Brave Project and KISS, which is a program that promotes safe sex and provides HIV/AIDS awareness.
Outside of colleges, Maryland offers numerous resources for survivors, including the Maryland Coalition Against Sexual Assault, a statewide organization providing support, advocacy, and training. In addition to that, they also have rape crisis centers and hotlines.
An unfortunate fact about Maryland is that our state trafficking hotline has received over 7,000 signals with 3 via web chat, hotline calls, or online reporting, and 2,000 cases have been identified, with 3,000 victims from those cases being identified just in the year of 2024 alone. On November 13th, the Gamma Omicron chapter invited students to a specialized session of regional experts who discussed critical aspects of human trafficking and how we can advocate for victims in need. We heard from the Maryland Coalition Against Sexual Assault. Both a regional trafficking navigator, supervisor, and human trafficking legal specialist came to our campus and talked to students about the importance and awareness of drugs/sex trafficking.
On November 6th, the Gamma Omicron chapter had the opportunity of hearing from Mr. Norman O'Neill Brown. Mr. Brown shared his powerful story about being convicted at the age of 22 due to drug trafficking in Washington, D.C. He was sentenced to life in prison under the mandatory minimum drug laws. He later received full clemency from President Barack Obama and later received a full pardon from Joe Biden. He now works as a program manager and life coach at the Department of Youth Rehabilitation Services, mentoring justice-impacted youth and advocating for sentence reform. His story reminded us of the urgent need for fair drug laws and the transformative power of mentorship.
Abducted at HBCU Movie Night was hosted by our chapter fall semester as a part of APS Week. While the movie was entertaining, it was also educational, especially for Black women, as they are often targeted and the media doesn't give much coverage. Oftentimes you hear about a Black girl going missing for a few weeks before it is not talked about anymore. And this movie was a great example of that. Thank you for listening.
Congratulations to you, and yes, thank you for everything. Next up, California State University of Fullerton. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Cal State Fullerton.
Hello, my name is Brianna. Hello.
Sean.
Latanya.
Christopher.
We represent the Gamma chapter, and this is the theme of the year presentation. Since this year's theme covers a broad range of important issues, we narrowed our focus to human trafficking. Since California consistently ranks among the top 4 destination states in the U.S., Social Home, our campus is located near Beach Boulevard and area known as one of the region's hotspots for the trafficking activity.
To learn more about human trafficking in Orange County, chapter members attended a half-day community awareness event titled Right in My Backyard. They learned how traffickers use tourist-heavy areas such as Disneyland and Anaheim for trafficking. Speakers also discussed common misconceptions of trafficking, the use of social media by traffickers to recruit youth, and the best ways to support survivors. After the presentations, we visited tables from local anti-trafficking service organizations and gathered information
information and resources that helped us plan our theme projects.
Our first theme project was a social media awareness campaign during the month of Jan titled Did You Know?, which focused on educating people about human trafficking. We reached out to the OC Human Trafficking Task Force, and we became a part of a collaborating team which included the task force and other agency partners. The Gathering chapter was tasked with gathering informational content, including definitions, statistics, and facts about human trafficking. We shared our work with the team, who then created the images and posted the content. This image was part of our first post.
During our social media campaign, we shared facts about human trafficking in California and in Orange County. We highlighted how traffickers are using online dating platforms to contact and exploit youth. And we raised awareness about labor trafficking, something many people don't realize exists in the United States. We also created video content that was posted. We asked people of diverse backgrounds a series of questions to gain insight into how much the general public was aware of trafficking and if they could identify the red flags. One young man shared a personal experience of being contacted and threatened by a stranger at the scene, reminding us that human trafficking doesn't only target girls and young women.
One time we started with an email saying that they had information about me that would put a virus in that home and stuff like that. I felt for it a little bit. I felt for it a little bit. We asked money, we asked thinking. I was pretty young.
For our second thing, we focused on raising kind of awareness on children going through trafficking. We hosted a one-day taping event in a Central Quad campus. Groups of traffickers each highlighted one of three areas: labor, sex, and internet trafficking. Our table activities included a quiz on labor trafficking that helped students learn how and where to report it. Another activity included red flag scenarios illustrating how people can be lured to internet trafficking. And most meaningfully, we provided students with blank greeting cards so that they could write words of encouragement to survivors. Afterwards, we gathered and gave these talks to a community organization that works with survivors helping in trafficking.
All of our efforts culminated in our last event, an expert panel discussion titled Beyond Trafficking. We promoted the event in our classes, across campus, and with a tight news. The purpose of this panel was to create space for lived experience experts who share their stories while also educating students about what human trafficking is, how to recognize signs, and how students can engage with anti-trafficking efforts.
There is an app called Sigma, and it was created by survivors, by law enforcement, and it was directly to human trafficking task forces. So if you are out in the community and you see a situation that you're not able to engage with the victim, it is okay, and the best way to go about that handling that situation is to download the Exemplify app or look it up on your phone. Get as much information as possible and make it description of the individual as possible.
The event concluded with a Q&A session. We are grateful to our three speakers, Jamal, Ava, and Owen, for their time and willingness to share their stories, which reflect resilience, hope, and courage. This concludes our theme review presentation. Thank you.
Cal State Fullerton. And now we invite Eastern Kentucky University up to the stage for their theme of the year presentation. to 11. It only goes to 9, but I put it at 11.
Pushed all the buttons. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but
Good.
if you guys are presenting on the microphone?
Yes. Preferably, yeah.
All right.
Sounds great. Okay, EK, whenever you're ready. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Emily Colonel from Eastern Kentucky University.
And I'm Sam Serber. I serve as the secretary for the Alpha Phi chapter.
So first I wanted to share some statistics about Kentucky itself. It is 9th in the nation for human trafficking, and an average of 380 women right now are being advertised for sale by family members or partners within 10 miles of Lexington, which is about the center of Kentucky. And also the top trafficking event in Kentucky is the Kentucky Derby, which happens during the first week of May, which hosts thousands of high-profile individuals.
However, in addition to some of the more talked about areas of trafficking, such as human trafficking and drug trafficking, we also wanted to focus on some of the less talked about areas. So we focused on stolen goods trafficking and organ trafficking as well. So we kicked off the year, we're really proud of this event. We were able to host Scott McBride, who's the Chief Security Officer for American Eagle Outfitters, Inc. He presented on stolen goods trafficking and organized retail crime, which is a $112 billion industry for retail. This ended up being one of our largest events for the college this year. It drew over 90 attendees from both APS and the College of Justice, Safety, and Military Science at EKU. We have faculty and students, and this was a really great event for us. We'd also like to extend a huge thank you to American Eagle Outfitters, who sponsored our chapter to come to conference this year.
In October, we hosted an organ trafficking event where we watched a National Geographic documentary on the black market trade of these illicit organs. It focused on the motivations behind the trade, the accessibility of these organs, and the overall chain of custody for this market itself. As well as in November, we hosted Detective Ricky Lynn of the Special Victims Unit of the Frankfurt PD. He described and detailed the vulnerabilities that individuals have that increase their risk factors for sex and labor trafficking. And then he also detailed and provided resources and organizations who help victims in Kentucky specifically.
And then last month in February, we hosted Divergent Investigators from the Louisville DEA. This was a really interesting perspective as they presented on the white collar side of drug trafficking. So not so much your street trafficking, but the drug traffickers in suits, right? So pharmacies, doctors, hospitals. So that was a really great event for us as well, and drew over 30 attendees across our Homeland Security and criminal justice majors.
And our events are not done for this year. At the end of March, we'll be hosting Prosecutor Morrison from the Hamilton County Prosecutor's Office in Cincinnati, Ohio. He and his involvement in the Operation Safe Harbor within the juvenile court system of Hamilton County. This prosecutor's unit handles offenses that are committed by child victims of human trafficking, and they are very aware and sensitive to the fact that not only are these defendants committing crimes, but they're also victims of crime themselves.
Lastly, we wanted to take a moment to highlight some of our successes this year. So far, year to date, or through this academic year, we've hosted 14 chapter meetings. We've had 6 educational guest speakers, over 170 total attendees for those programs, and then over 475 attendees for all year to date APS-sponsored programs from service to educational events, Unity, etc. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Virginia Commonwealth University, you are last up for Theme of the Year. Come on, make your way to the stage, please. And as VCU makes their way up on the stage, just a warning now that our next presentations are the Leadership Goal Awards, and they will be in this order: Eastern Kentucky University, followed by University of Maryland Eastern Shore, followed by Cal State Fullerton. VC, you can begin whenever you'd like.
Good afternoon. We are VCU's inaugural chapter coming from an R1 research institution, and we are very excited to share our research here, as well as the National Conference on Comparative Research. The QR code on our poster here will take you straight to our 15-page academic research paper. Thank you, and please enjoy our video.
Hi, my name is Emerson Hernandez, the president of Alpha Phi Sigma, the chapter at Virginia Commonwealth University.
Hi, my name is Sheila Hudson, I'm the vice president. My name is Natalie Bellows, and I'm the treasurer.
My name is Mary Jane Pinoza, and I'm the secretary.
We follow the theme of trafficking by researching the impacts of human trafficking on the corridors of Interstate 95. We did this by speaking with local law enforcement, specialists in Virginia, and local nonprofits in the Richmond area in Virginia.
Following the theme, we researched I-95's impact on human trafficking. I-95 spans across 14 states, giving it access to airports, hotels, and other locations. We decided to conduct this research by looking to what specific hurdles and what recommendations we could have for individuals all impacted. We found hurdles such as disorganization among institutions, lack of significant resources, and hurdles where victims can get the support that they need. Following these challenges, we made 3 recommendations. Firstly, partnerships between law enforcement and governing agencies alongside the I-95 corridor. Secondly, strengthening ties between support services, nonprofits, and businesses lining the interstate corridor. And thirdly, expanding and unifying victim rights not only across the East Coast, but across the country. I interviewed Kimberly Hill, Virginia State's Trafficking Response Services Specialist. She touched on the fact that there is no one face to victimization, and all different types of people and populations can become victims of human trafficking. We also discussed the types of needs of trafficked individuals, many of which are underfunded and undersupported by the state. Many localities within Virginia struggle with providing proper sheltering and other resources. Survivors of trafficking have very specific needs, and when they're housed in the same place as domestic violence survivors, oftentimes there becomes resource competition or accusations of favoritism between populations. She emphasized the need for communities and states to acknowledge that human trafficking is real and impacts people daily. Human trafficking is not a victimless crime, and the impacts can last a lifetime.
To expand on our research and gain more valuable insight, we reached out to different resources on our campus. As a member of the Student Voice Committee at VCU, I have had many conversations with our advisors, Sergeant Merrick's and Sergeant Coyote, who are both local law enforcement. I was able to determine that most local law enforcement have a very weak understanding of what trafficking is and what it looks like upon first contact. They need better in-depth resources to support their severe lack in knowledge of victim resources and their uncertainty in key indicators of what human trafficking is. Additionally, the executive board was able to have a more formal meeting with VCU Chief of Police Clarence Hunter. He expressed his concern for the lack of awareness and education on human trafficking, especially considering Richmond and VCU are just a short walk from Interstate 95. There is hope though. During our interview with Kimberly Hill, she mentioned that the resources coming straight out of Virginia's Department of Criminal Justice Services is specifically aimed at training law enforcement and their partners on how to recognize victims of trafficking and better help them access the resources.
Thank you for listening to our presentation, and it was an honor to share our research with you all. Human trafficking is so prevalent today, it impacts us all. From where you are staying at right now, you're only 2 short miles away from the largest corridor of human trafficking in the nation.
Thank you very much. Virginia Commonwealth University.
Hi, my name is Emerson Hernandez, the president of Alpha Phi Sigma,
All right, and stand by for just a moment on our Goals Award. I would like to replay Cal State Fullerton's video. And we'll do that for you and for
Hello, my name is
judges. One moment, please. Sean. The judges there. All right. Hard to hear the first time around. I think it'll be fine this time. Cal State Fullerton, go.
Maggie Vanna. Sano.
Sean.
Natalia.
Christopher.
We represent the Gamma Rho chapter, and this is our theme of the year presentation. Since this year's theme covers a broad range of important issues, we narrowed our focus to human trafficking, since California consistently ranks among the top 4 destination states in the U.S. Closer to home, our campus is located near Beach Boulevard, an area known as one of the region's hotspots for trafficking activity.
To learn more about human trafficking in Orange County, chapter members attended a half-day community awareness event entitled Riding Our Backyard. We learned how traffickers use tourist-heavy areas such as Disneyland and Anaheim for trafficking. Speakers also also discuss common misconceptions of trafficking, the use of social media by traffickers to recruit youth, and the best ways to support survivors. After the presentations, we visited tables from local anti-trafficking service organizations and gathered information and resources that helped us plan our theme projects.
Our first theme project was a social media awareness campaign during the month of January, titled Did You Know?, which focused on educating people about human trafficking. We reached out to the OC Human Trafficking Task Force, and we became a part of a collaborating team, which included the task force and other agency partners. The Gamma chapter was tasked with gathering informational content, including definitions, statistics, and facts about human trafficking. We shared our work with the team, who then created the images and posted the content. This image was part of our first post.
During our social media campaign, we shared facts about human trafficking in California and in Orange County. We highlighted how traffickers are using online gaming platforms to contact and exploit youth. And we raised awareness about labor trafficking, something many people don't realize exists in the United States. We also created video content that was posted. We asked people of diverse backgrounds a series of questions to gain insight into how much the general public was aware of trafficking and if they could identify the red flags. One young man shared a personal experience of being contacted and threatened by a stranger as a teen, reminding us that human trafficking doesn't only target girls and young women.
One time they tried to manipulate me with an email saying that they had information about me, that they put a virus on my phone and stuff like that. I fell for it a little bit. They asked for money, they asked to meet me. I was pretty young.
For our second theme event, we focused on raising campus awareness on different forms of trafficking. We hosted a one-day tabling event in a central quad on campus. Groups of trafficking members each highlighted one of three areas: labor, sex, and internet trafficking. Our table activities included a quiz on labor trafficking that helped students learn how and where their clothes were made. Another activity included red flag scenarios illustrating how people can be lured to internet trafficking. And most meaningfully, we provided students with blank greeting cards so that they could write words of encouragement to survivors. Afterwards, we gathered and gave these cards to a community organization that works with survivors of human trafficking.
All of our efforts culminated in our last theme event, an expert panel discussion titled Beyond Trafficking. We promoted the event in our classes, across campus, and in the Titan News. The purpose of this panel was to create a space for lived experience experts who share their stories while also educating students about what human trafficking is, how to recognize signs, and how students can engage in anti-trafficking efforts.
There's an app called Simply Report, and it was created by survivors, by law enforcement, and it goes directly to human trafficking task forces. So if you are out in the community and you see a situation but you're not able to engage with the victim, it's okay. I think the best way to go about handling that situation is to download the Simply Report app or look it up on your phone. Get as much information as possible, as much of a description of the individual as possible.
The event concluded with a Q&A session. We are grateful to our three speakers, Shamara, April, and Erwin, for their time and willingness to share their stories, which reflect resilience, hope, and courage. This concludes our Theme of the Year presentation. Thank you. We represent the Gamma chapter, and this is our Theme of the Year presentation.
Okay, three times. Cal State Fullerton, everybody. One more round of applause from SoCal. All right. We are starting with our Leadership Goals Award, and to begin the presentations, Eastern Kentucky University, make your way to the stage, please.
Alright, this is our leadership presentation for Epsilon Chapter. We are extremely proud of our members' leadership within the criminal justice and their collegiate careers for their future criminal justice adventures, but we are also proud of our members' leadership on campus, off campus, and within their communities as well.
We'd like to take a moment to recognize our officers and their great accomplishments both inside of APS and outside APS. Starting with our wonderful president, Emily Colonel. She's a triple major in criminal justice, forensic chemistry, and Spanish. Emily received the Club Sport President of the Year Award and the Best Atmosphere Award. She's also in the nation's major in criminal justice and Spanish. She has presented her research as part of her undergraduate thesis at EKU, as well as the NCHC conference in San Diego. She's also a member of Phi Kappa Phi, and she studied abroad this past summer in Mexico.
Next up is our wonderful secretary, Sam Serber. Sam is a 2025 NRF Protect Student Scholarship recipient, as well as she serves as a graduate teaching assistant in EKU's Department of Safety and Security, and she is a graduate VP of EKU's ASSP chapter, and she holds a bachelor's degree in criminal justice from the University of Cincinnati. Another amazing leadership within our chapter is Sam Deering, our parliamentarian. She's a major of criminal justice, homeland security, and police studies. She shows extreme leadership in multiple avenues on campus, as being a student leader in Crew Campus Ministries, as well as being a member of the Homeland Security Honor Society, Alpha Phi Sigma. She works in the EKU admissions office, and she's a specialist in the Kentucky National Guard.
We'd also like to take a moment to recognize military leadership within our members and thank them for their service.
We also are extremely proud of our members' leadership within their internships, as well as their education abroad. We'd like to highlight Josie Kay's internship with the Appalachia High Intensity Drug Trafficking area, as well as Sam Serber's intern with American Eagle. We've had several members have previous police department internships, and several of our members will be studying abroad in Poland this summer.
Our leaders also participate in research. These leaders have had the opportunity to present their research both on campus in the EKU community, as well as at national conferences and throughout the community. Thank you.
EKU, thank you very much. University of Maryland, Eastern Shore, next up. Stand by just one moment. Eastern Shore, go right ahead whenever you're ready.
Welcome to the Gamma Omicron chapter's presentation of our leadership throughout the year. We hope this overview not only informs you, but also inspires you to see the value and purpose behind the leadership we proudly carry out.
The Gamma Omicron chapter of Alpha Phi Sigma demonstrates leadership through its coordination of 18 major events. Our chapter emphasizes both education awareness through our advocacy workshop and human trafficking event. And finally, having a special guest speaker, Mr. Norman O'Neill Brown, who discussed drug trafficking. We truly showcase our leadership.
The Gamma Omicron chapter demonstrated leadership on our campus by being the only criminal justice honor society on our campus. It offers members the opportunity to connect with others in the major while gaining hands-on experience and practical knowledge about the criminal justice system. Through these opportunities, this chapter helps students grow academically and professionally within their field and also gain opportunities for leadership. Our ambition and interest in academic achievement aided to our leadership on our campus.
The Alpha Phi Sigma Gamma Omicron chapter proudly demonstrates leadership on the UMS campus by hosting a powerful and timely event centered on this year's theme, trafficking. The chapter welcomed Matt Biles from the local anti-human trafficking organization, who delivered an impactful presentation focusing specifically on child trafficking. The presentation also provided practical guidance on how individuals can recognize warning signs and respond appropriately when confronted with a potential trafficking situation down in the Eastern Shore.
Our chapter demonstrated leadership by hosting Norman O'Neill Brown on campus to share his journey after being pardoned by the Obama administration. His story highlighted transformational and servant leadership.
turning adversity in advocacy, mentoring others, and promoting criminal justice reform. Rather than letting his past define him, he leads with resilience, accountability, and a commitment to serving others. The event reminded us that true leadership is not about titles, but about growth, integrity, and uplifting the community.
The Gamma Omicron chapter here at UNES continued our Go Forward program at the Lower Eastern Shore Children's Center in Salisbury, Maryland. Our members have built meaningful connections with the youth by creating a supportive environment where we engage in fun yet educational projects designed to inspire confidence.
The Gamma Omicron chapter induction ceremony welcomed new members into the National Criminal Justice Honor Society. This event highlighted leadership and academic excellence, inspiring students to actively contribute to campus and community and beyond. Thank you for your time.
Cal State Fullerton, our last entry in the chapter goal award for leadership. You can make your way to the stage, please, and stand by. Our goal award submissions for service are up next in this order: Eastern Kentucky University, followed by University of Maryland Eastern Shore, followed by Cal State Fullerton, followed by Boise State University, followed by Florida International University. Cal State Fullerton, stand by. Go ahead, whatever you like.
Hello everyone, we are the Gamma chapter, and today we are representing leadership.
Hi, my name is Nina. I'm the ICC rep.
My name is Paris Quintero. I'm the president.
I'm Tiffany. I'm the public relations officer.
My name is Christian. I'm a general member.
So first I want to highlight Gamma Rho's leadership in 2 campus open house events. We have CSUF Day and Fall in Love with Cal State Fullerton. During both events, Gamma Rho represented the Criminal Justice Department by welcoming prospective students and their families. We shared information about the major available degree pathways as well as resources and potential career opportunities. We also visited Project Kingship's headquarters. It's a nonprofit that supports individuals impacted by incarceration, gangs, and violence. We were also able to engage with the staff of formerly incarcerated individuals who shared powerful stories, very personal to them, about struggle, growth, and transformation. This truly encompassed the life-altering impact of reentry support.
Through my leadership in Gamma Rho, I had the opportunity to actively represent Gamma Rho at Discoverfest. This is Cal State Fullerton's largest student involvement fair. Rather than just tabling, I focus on creating a conversation, connecting with students who are curious about criminal justice, and helping them see how Gamma Rho can support their academic and professional growth. It was about visibility, but more importantly, it was about impact. And during our Humanities and Social Science Week, titled Identity and Unity, we hosted interactive activities that encouraged dialogue and community building. We also supported a documentary screening on label trafficking. This created a space for critical conversations.
At our induction ceremony, our chapter recognized the achievements of 8 national members and welcomed incoming board members to represent the future of our chapter. This was actually the first event I attended, and seeing everyone's accomplishments on display actually inspired me to join the chapter. At graduation, we celebrated all the work our grads did during their time at Cal State Fullerton, many of which went on to continue their education or join the workforce to enact positive change within the criminal justice system. Someone I'd really like to highlight is Hannah, our former secretary. She was asked to give a speech at commencement, and her photo is at the forefront of our college webpage, showcasing her role not only as a leader for our chapter, but for our entire department.
In our chapter, we don't just view leadership as a title, but we see it as a responsibility for the future of our justice system. By using our education for advocacy, we are preparing to enter the field as the next generation of justice professionals. We asked some of our chapter members these questions: what inspires you to be a leader, and what makes being a leader so special? Some of those answers included the idea of being part of meaningful changes and connections with others to achieve similar goals, and knowing and understanding that you have the trust of the community. Outside of the chapter, we are also leaders. I'm a legal secretary for a child advocate attorney.
I'm an ICC representative for the Psychology Student Department.
scholar, my research investigates how defendant and victim attractiveness shape juror perceptions of guilt and culpability in sexual assault cases across varying relational contexts.
And then I'm a peer mentor and a TA on campus. Thank you.
Now, state board member. Chapter Gold Award for service. Our entries coming up now. First, Eastern Kentucky University. You can make your way to the stage. Eastern Kentucky, whenever you're ready.
Good afternoon, everybody. We're from Eastern Kentucky University. My name is Mia Thomas.
I'm Caroline Positek.
And today we're going to share with you some of the events that represent our dedication to service within our Epsilon chapter.
I'd like to point out first that these are all the members of our chapter, and that service has been very important in our journey over the course of this year.
We also wanted to take a moment to provide you with a snapshot of what service means to our members. And so we asked them what it meant to participate in service and to have it within the Epsilon chapter. And some of the responses that we received included giving back to the community, which is Richmond, Kentucky, but also the opportunity to network with professionals, connect with the community, with law enforcement, and make impactful changes.
We have been able to go to several events around Richmond, but one that is very proud to present that we're able to go to is the Veterans Day. We have many veterans in our group, so being able to go out into our community and help clean up graves was very important to our members.
On several accounts, we were also able to participate with the Centro de San Juan Diego in Lexington, Kentucky, which is kind of in central Kentucky. And this organization helps to support families in the greater Lexington community. And within the events that we participated with them, we participated in 2 food giveaway events throughout the throughout this semester, actually. And also, we raised over $150 to bring toys and presents to El Centro de San Diego during the holiday season so that it could be given to families. We also had the opportunity to participate in EKU's annual 9/11 Memorial Stair Climb, which hosts not only students on the campus and within our college, but also community members. And actually pictured here in this slide, we have 2 of our members standing with a piece of steel that was recovered from Ground Zero. And we're very proud to be able to honor those community members.
A few of the members of our group were able to go to an Officer Daniel Ellis's 5K memorial to kind of represent the unglamorous side of police work because he was sadly killed in the line of duty.
However, beyond these events, we want to reinforce the perspective that service is not just something that we only aim to participate in, but something that we aim to embody with our actions and also among our members within the Epsilon chapter. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, Eastern Kentucky University. Next up, UMES, Eastern Shore. Eastern Shore holds for just a moment. And whenever you're ready.
Welcome to the Gamma Omicron chapter's presentation of our Service Dog of the Year. My name is Paulina Conte, and we're excited to showcase the events we posted centered around the theme of the year, our recruitment initiatives, and our continued commitment to youth advocacy.
Hello everybody, my name is Sasha. The Gamma Omicron chapter also exhibited service by hosting a hygiene drive for hygiene products such as toothpaste, soap, toothbrushes, and deodorants were collected by kids and officers throughout different locations and homes. The collected items then were donated to all neighborhoods and town where it was utilized by the youth. Hygiene products are essential for daily comfort and health. The accessibility of such essential items should be elevated to the individual regardless of their financial circumstances.
Considering the members of the Gamma Omicron chapter of Alpha Phi Sigma participated in the campus cleanup. During this event, we went around the campus and we needed to clean up Eastern Shore, help pick up trash, and to help keep our campus.
Recently, the members of the Gamma Omicron chapter of Alpha Phi Sigma participated in a campus cleanup. During this cleanup, it was after one of our student health events. We were able to help the campus community.
The Gamma Omicron chapter displayed our services by participating in a Go Forward men's rights program. We took the time out to go to the Lower Eastern Shore Treatment Center, which is a juvenile detention center in Oconto County. We went there every other week on Wednesday evenings, and we would display our activities to them. We would play games with them, we would do the activities, we would mentor them, give them advice, and also encourage them and engage them in their own aspirations, and also let them know that they're going to be great people in the society.
The most recent community service that our chapter has participated in was in Salisbury, Maryland Refugee Shelter. Members had to wake up at 4:30 a.m. to go to the shelter and cook breakfast for the residents. It was a very heartwarming and wholesome experience. We were able to sit with the residents and just engage in a good conversation that actually sparked real inspiration for future service agreements.
Thank you very much. Kelsey Fullerton. Come on.
Hello everyone, my name is Victoria Mendez. I'm the Community Service Liaison for the Gamma chapter.
My name is Eliana Redman. I'm a subcommittee lead.
My name is Celeste Rodriguez, and I was a leader in our presentation.
Chapters and service events of the year. I'm Victoria Mendez.
I am Eliana Redman.
And I am Celeste Rodriguez.
To begin, the Gamma Row chapter participates annually in the Love Our Cities program to serve our communities in Orange County. Chapter members begin the spring with Love Bulletin by volunteering with the St. Philip of Benzie Church to make decorations for their Vacation Bible School event. This event takes place in a fun, welcoming environment for children and teenagers. Our community effort allowed us to make colorful decorations to harbor a safe, family-friendly atmosphere for everyone.
Following Love Fullerton, the Gamma Row chapter participated in Love Anaheim alongside local churches, nonprofits, businesses, and the community to serve residents across Anaheim. Chapter members assembled NBC care baskets and essential supply kits filled with items such as hygiene products, food, and other necessities.
These baskets provide tangible support and immediate assistance to families and individuals experiencing hardship. Beyond the physical items given, the day strengthens community connections by uniting diverse groups around a shared purpose of compassion and service.
During the spooky season, Gamma Row members came together to create a Snoopy Pumpkin Patch themed trunk designed to welcome children of all ages for a festive community celebration. Throughout the entirety of October, chapter members collected candy donations and produced a handmade setup in preparation for the event. We created meaningful connections with the Fullerton residents and their families while promoting the importance of safe practices during the Halloween season. By providing a controlled and welcoming space for trick-or-treaters, this event helped ensure that children can enjoy the festivities safely while strengthening positive relationships between chapter members and the Fullerton community.
This holiday season, we collaborated with Orange County United Way's Spark Joy Wishes program to provide gifts for human trafficking survivors and their families. We were provided wish lists from the 13 adults and 12 children of the program. We collected gift donations as a chapter, as well as encouraged other student organizations to donate to our gift drive. The Gamma chapter successfully delivered 56 gifts to human trafficking survivors and their families using our connected Chelsea Fullerton network. To continue the giving season, the Gamma chapter hosted a pantry and supplies drive to provide non-perishable food items, common household needs, and basic hygiene products for undocumented families impacted by the increased presence of ICE in Orange County. The increase in immigration enforcement has created an anxious and fearful environment for many. These families are unable to obtain household goods and groceries due to a lack of work, a shortage of jobs, a change in income, or the fear of law enforcement agencies in the area. Our food and supply drive successfully collected donations to provide to our undocumented community in Orange County. Thank you for appreciating our chapter service.
Gamma Row, Cal State Fullerton. Up next, Boise State University.
And I am Celeste Rodriguez.
Stand by, Boise. All right, whenever you're ready.
Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Great start. Okay, Fullerton, that was a tough act to follow. You guys did great, so thank you so much. My name is Emily, and I am representing Alpha Kappa with Boise State. To start off our school year, we participated in Thrive Wellness Festival, working with this nonprofit called Upward Inertia. They provide yoga services and wellness services to those who have been incarcerated or who are currently incarcerated. It was great. We actually worked with the community on this one. It was full of different vendors, but it was a wonderful time. We helped manage signups, just kind of help run the event, and I had the awesome opportunity to talk to somebody who was formerly incarcerated, who currently owns a successful lawn mowing business, so that was also really cool to see. We then participated in a raking event in November. Boise gets a lot of leaves in the fall, and as part of the entire school's initiative with service, we got to rake up the leaves of our neighbors, of our fellow community members, which was great. Apparently there were 40 bags
picked up, which is a lot. Eloquent, I say. But that was awesome. We worked specifically with those who were in need of the services, veterans, special needs individuals, those with disabilities. We then had our fundraiser with Perea. Perea is a local restaurant that has really good tacos for starters, but we got to work with the community on this one, just kind of raising money for the local restaurant. It was great. A lot of us turned up, and we just got to enjoy tacos, and it was a great night. Lastly, we had our telethon event, which I didn't actually know they still did telethons, but when I showed up, I was like, here we go. This is taking me back to 1990, even though I wasn't alive then. But Idaho Public Television is the network that goes all across the state, has some PBS channels, I believe, but they do a biannual fundraising event where we call and different people who are registered with Idaho Public Television, they get the opportunity to sign up for different donor gifts. So that was great. I talked to some wonderful elderly people who had lots to say. I will just say no further, and I actually got to do that this Sunday as well, which I'm super stoked about. But that is it for Boise State Service, and thank you so much.
Boise State University, thank you very much. Florida International University is our last service award submission. FIU, come on up. As FIU is approaching the stage, just a heads up, our final goal award presentations are coming up, and that is for Unity, and it will be Eastern Kentucky University, followed by University of Maryland Eastern Shore, Cal State Fullerton, and then Florida International University once again.
You tell me when to start.
Hi everyone, my name is Angela Silva. I'm the Vice President of the Sigma Phi Alpha chapter at Florida International University, and I'm here proud to present all the progress made by our members these past 12 months. We'll present you with some of our key service events that show our deep commitment to our chapter goals. We always try to create and participate in high-impact service projects that prove that leadership is defined by action and willingness to get our hands dirty. And by dirty, I mean no gloves at all. Our first big event is what I call the Strategic Storage Sorting, SSS. Next, please. We are so thankful to the FIU Criminal Justice Department because they let us store our marriage and supplies as APS marriage, flyers, induction ceremony decorations, everything in a little corner of their storage room. We were so thankful, and we found a way of being grateful to them and showing our and showing how we appreciate the department that has done so well to us, that when we were doing one of our organizing events, just us, we decided to organize the entire storage room just because we said, I mean, we're here, they have done everything for us, everything they can. Let's just do something nice to them and stay thankful in a better way than just words. So what's better than words? Actions, of course. And we now have a clean, efficient workspace that works for everyone, academic departments, staff, and of course, most important, students. Our next big event is what I call the Community Care Cleanup. This is an event where we transformed indoor we went from indoor organizing to outdoor organizing. And next, please. We went to one of our local churches to clean up a parking lot. We ran leaves and cleaned the entire parking lot. I'm gonna show you a video so you can see how the energy went through that day. Come with us to clean up
Let's start downtown Missionary Baptist Church.
parking lot.
Sponsored by Lincoln, Water, Loving Church, and the grocery store.
We also got a declared for the church leadership, and that would be all from us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, FIU. And one more round of applause for all of our service award submissions. Incredible amount of service collectively there. And now we are going to move on to our Unity Awards and welcome up to the stage Eastern Kentucky University.
Hi, I'm Nancy Thomas. Unity is very important to our chapter of Epsilon and is the foundation of all the members.
Throughout this presentation, we'd like to present you with some of the events that our members have participated in, and also to explain the importance of unity within our chapters, such that we have the opportunity to foster friendships and also to build a community.
One of these events was we were able to all come around Halloween time and have a pumpkin painting party where we were just able to celebrate the holiday season.
Also, during our homecoming season, we had the opportunity to not only welcome back alumni, but to create a space where all of our community members could enjoy themselves and also participate in some of the events that we had on our campus beautiful. And this included some of our members getting to ride on a float with a banner that we designed specifically for the event that is in the upper left-hand corner of the page.
We have a lot of members that need to have like physical aspects of what they want to do, like policing and in the military. So we have group workouts that we host weekly that they can come around and be held accountable for all their outside of the club activities.
We also participated in unity events within the Richmond community, such as a local 5K where we were able to participate in the color run and volunteer with that. And a lot of our members even ran themselves, and we were able to support our local community that way, but also to enjoy ourselves with physical activity.
We were able to recruit around campus, not just, around our specific building, but throughout several different activities that we're hosting.
While unity is extremely important to us and is one of the foundations of our chapter, we also want to reinforce the perspective that we get to form these lifelong connections, and also that APS creates a space where people from many backgrounds, from diverse backgrounds, have the opportunity to come together to share their stories, and also to have a space where they can express themselves and enjoy the events they're participating in. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. UMES, it's your turn again. Come on up.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are the Gamma Omicron chapter, and we will be presenting UMC today. My name is Blessing Green. I am the historian.
My name is Tamia Green. I'm a proud member of the Gamma Omicron chapter.
My name is Brianna Lester. I am also a proud member.
My name is Faith Batchelor. I'm also a proud member of Gamma Omicron.
My name is Nora Jordan. I'm also a member of the Gamma Omicron chapter.
My name is Anika Star Chandler. I'm also a proud member of the Gamma Omicron chapter.
My name is Kanaja McCullen. I'm also a proud member.
First, we started off with hire member. On October 20th, the Gamma Omicron chapter kicked off the APS week with hire member. This was a fundraising event that basically brought high energy to the community of our campus, and it also brought unity within our own organization and for people that were non-members.
Though I member, we showed that teamwork and support is what builds our unity.
On October 22nd, members hosted an impactful movie night featuring the movie Abducted at the HBCU, a Black Girl Gone Missing movie. And following the screening, the group came together to discuss the realities of human trafficking, which is our theme of the year.
Immediately following the film, we had a meaningful conversation about the realities of human trafficking and how prominent they are and the vulnerabilities that it causes within our own community. And so by having those important discussions, we were able to foster unity within our chapter.
On October 23rd, the Gamma Omicron chapter did a murder mystery. On this event, the storyline consisted of 4 friends who were in a hotel room when the power went out. And after it came back on, they returned that Nita had died from a cyanide that was slipped into her drink with their room service. The poison had been secretly added by the hotel custodian, Kyle, who killed her because she threatened to expose their affair with his wife.
On November 14th, our members hosted a color bonding night to welcome our newest additions. To regain, through card and glory games, color matching duos and trios, and the best color rivalry, we built genuine connections, and that showed that unity. Don't laugh.
Last year, we had for midterms. As we all know, midterms can be a hassle to students. But our Gamma Omicron has found a solution for it. On October 21st, we came together in Cato Hall, our community building, for our Criminal Minds dessert hot chocolate sale. We sold coffee, hot chocolate, and donuts to fellow students who were powering through their exams. With this small act of kindness, we were showing that they are not only just students, but they are also part of a community where we truly care for their well-being.
Thank you.
Next up, Cal State Fullerton getting their steps in. Come on up to the stage.
chapter with
Stand
Cal
by,
State
please.
Fullerton.
Stand by.
You're too excited, Angie.
Sorry for the interruption. Go ahead.
Hello, we're the Gamma Rho chapter with Cal State Fullerton.
Hi, I'm Janelle Padilla, and their speakers Angie Conference and Linda Clemens. For the March 2025 APS Conference, 11 Gamma Rho chapter members explored Denver, Colorado. While there to present their achievements as a chapter, they also dedicated time to explore downtown, have dinner, and participate in various activities with one another. There were many opportunities to build relationships among their peers. Our chapter meetings covered many aspects including recruitment, planning and discussing about ideas, engagement and fun, social gatherings, etc. We have had guest speakers talking about their experiences within the organization that they represent and how they help the community through the work that they do. Overall, we take this time to discuss, plan, collaborate, and bring forth ideas that will continue to foster what the Gamma Rho chapter signifies. In October, we put together hygiene bags for our hygiene drive. Members made bags of snacks and hygiene products for the undocumented community and those families affected by ICE. It was an opportunity for members to come together, not only to help the community, but to share each other's pride while contributing ideas to how we can continue to give support to one another.
The Spooky Mercadito, located in Santa Ana, which was a fundraiser for small businesses to sell their merchandise while raising money to assist immigrants affected by ICE, as well as enjoying a good indoor concert by a local band.
With the month of October, we wanted to align our social with the spooky season. The Gamma Rho chapter took some members to the escape room with the theme of the Zodiac Killers. It was our job to figure out puzzles, we worked together in order to escape within the 1 hour limit. We were able to find every piece of the puzzle and escape with only 1 second left. The Gamma Rho chapter participated in the crowdfunding drive where we fundraise money among faculty and peers, family members, and others through flyers, word of mouth, and emails. Our chapter was able to reach a total of $2,600 that would go to events, donations, and this year's national conference.
For a social gathering of November, we decided to host a Friendsgiving to celebrate the holidays. This is where APS members brought all kinds of different foods, watched movies together, played games, and spent time with one another.
Gamma Rho hosted a holiday gift wrapping social designed to unite diverse campus organizations through connection and collaborations. The event created a welcoming environment where students could engage beyond their individual chapters and build relationships and reinforce unity across organizations. In collaboration with the Criminal Justice Student Association, the National Political Science Honor Society, and the Master of Social Work Association, this event fostered intentional networking by bringing together students with similar academic interests.
Hello, it is Cal State Fullerton. Well done. And now, yes, absolutely. We'd like to bring up to the stage Florida International University.
name is Brandon Williams, and I'm the president of the Sigma Phi Alpha chapter over at Florida International University. To us, unity isn't just about being in the same room together. It is about sharing perspectives, building bridges, and standing together for a cause that's greater than ourselves. I would like to take you through 3 of the major milestones throughout our journey that helped define our chapter over these past 12 months. Our journey began with a focus on professional unity and the law. We were incredibly honored to have such a distinguished guest speaker in that of Miami-Dade County Circuit Judge Mindy Glazer. Hearing from someone at the pinnacle of the judicial system reminded us that the law is the ultimate equalizer. The judge spoke about the importance of integrity within the law and how a unified legal community is essential for a fair society. This event was made even more special because we were able to invite members from the APS chapter from Miami-Dade College to work with us on the event, and this was an amazing and unifying experience that taught us all about teamwork and professionalism. Our second major event allowed us to collab with several other organizations from Florida International for a night of intrigue and fun. We partnered with multiple student organizations to create a murder mystery at the annual Boulevard event that takes place at FIU every Halloween. We came up with a crime and then challenged attendees of the event to solve the crime and ascertain the perpetrator. This was especially fun because everyone was given the opportunity to act as an investigator and crime solver, and it demonstrated that unity extends far beyond just working with other chapters in Alpha Phi Sigma, but rather that is an opportunity to work with other student organizations. Finally, we brought our focus back to one of the most important forms of unity, standing up for those who cannot stand up for themselves. Our third event was perhaps our most impactful, where we hosted representatives from the Florida Human Trafficking Task Force in the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office. They spoke to us about the sobering reality of human trafficking and how it affects our community in South Florida. We learned that identifying signs isn't just a job for law enforcement. It is a responsibility that unites us all. And we realize that when we are informed together, that we aren't just a club, we are a force for change. From the courtroom to the FIU campus, to the front lines of advocacy, this past year has proven that we are truly stronger together than apart. Thank you for being a part of this story of unity, and I am excited to see what we're up to next year.
Thank you, FIU. And one more round of applause for all of our unity entrants, please. Fantastic work. And thank you all for hanging in there. Fantastic job. Give yourselves a round of applause. Unbelievable. Great attention. Hey, we are coming to the very end of this session. Our next piece is the Instagram challenge, where you all get to vote for the best Instagram post that promotes Alpha Phi Sigma. So we need one person from your chapter to raise your hand. It's one vote per chapter.